We are live from Dover International Speedway from Sim Racer Hub Challenge. It's not here last week because SDK decided to not work. So, of course, I wasn't able to stream most of the stuff that I needed to. Actually, to label one of these application outputs. Let me rename something here really quick. I thought it was looking at the new update for OBS, and I have no idea why they have made this look like it has, because it does not look too good. Make sure it kept all my filters on there. Yes, it did. So, but I don't know why they would have done this for anything, because it looks pretty bad. I'm able to split all the sound that I have between most of this. I'll make sure that it did not take anything out. So of course it has not. Luckily, I believe that was put to 2 though. I don't believe that was not 20. Might just believe all his eardrums out there. Believe they just got done with their qualifying, and they have. So I will pull up the qualifying results here. So first is Michael Groen Jr., second Doug Newbegin, third Joseph Plager, fourth Gabriel Ellison, fifth Brian Knoll, sixth Zachary Hockemeyer, seventh Matthew Ayla, eighth John Peely, 10th Doug Denice, 9th Doug Denice, 10th Clinton Sneed, and 11th is James Nelson for tonight's race. 100 laps, so drivers will definitely have their hands full with their trucks. You can kind of run high, low, really wherever your vehicle feels comfortable for you. I'd say that's where you'll see a lot of people running. These guys that paint refresh when they all get in here. Trading Paints has not been acting completely normal either, so kind of having to bounce around. That was weird. I told somebody to check something and they have, so that's interesting. Dover is known as the Monster Mile. Really, out of turn 2 is where I'm going to be looking a lot. Why did they go with this update in OBS? This looks really... I'm telling you all, this looks so weird in OBS. Like, I can't even explain how weird it looks, but it just does not look normal at all. All the way up. It just looks so weird. I mean, it really does look so weird. Go. I know this is actually a little bit quieter than what I used to be. That's not what I needed. Yeah, this is what I need. Expander set on. I want to set to 30. Set that to 4. See what that will give me. Yeah, that's pretty much what I want it to be right there. Okay, now we're good. Driver's gonna roll off 100 laps here. That's going way over now. But that may have been where I needed to keep it. I think it was. So yeah, made a little bit of an audio choice that I probably shouldn't have. But if you see up in the right-hand corner of the screen right now, we have a new sponsor, Team Watson Racing. I actually raced for them. Very, very good setup shop. Builders always making adjustments to it. There's always updates coming out for the sets. If something's wrong, you can feel free to reach out to them on Discord, and they'll give you some pointers. Good community for them too. Also, use code WATSPIN. That's WATSPIN 39 for 5% off your purchase of one of their sets. Pretty cheap sets to begin with. Pace car Whirlpool in here. We won't be able to see it until they get probably about to the middle of 3 and 4. And the Geico restart zone. Yep, pace car is off. Getting ready to get underway here. He's got the flag in hand. Green flag's in the air. We are underway here at Dover International Speedway. About stumbled over my words trying to get the starting off. Oh, that 29 looks like he kind of threw that in there, surprisingly. I didn't expect him to make that much of an aggressive move, but he definitely went for it. So everybody gets off that turn pretty even. Nobody's really too loose, too tight. Got them trying to wrap the bottom of 7. Looks like he gets up the hill just a little bit. Now, I'm curious how these guys are going to handle. I actually got somebody on the wall there. See Matthew Ayla, you can't get it off the wall. Just keeps on scraping off speed. He's got some heavy right side damage already, though. Everybody so far, turn 2 hasn't bit them just yet when these tires get wore. That's when they'll start to get a little bit more antsy. As this, they're going around here pretty fast. They're turning about 30-second laps. I had a feeling they were going pretty quick here. Haven't got the raced over in a while. Where he looks, kind of throws a little bit of a block, decides not to. 75 goes to the bottom of him. That's James and Nelson. And the drivers, oh, they're getting a little bit tight. Just ever so slightly tight. Doug Newbiggin trying to chase down Michael Groen Jr. Not working for him quite just yet. Definitely trying to get there. Can't blame him for trying. As Michael just set a 22.95 for his lap, so he's definitely got his truck set where he wants it to. He's moving here. So far, it's pretty calm. Surprising no one's really going aggressive with each other. Yeah, let's play a little bit easy. As I don't know what in the world that's about, but okay. See, Clint Sneed, that Tennessee paint scheme. 88 got a little bit loose in front of him. That's Zachary Hockenmeyer. Back in, just stepped out just a little bit. Not a lot, not too loose, but that's definitely something you got to watch, because once that right rear gets heated up, it just wants to keep on getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and that will turn that grip down a lot. But Doug, he's actually lost a little bit of space too. Michael Groen has got Gabriel Ellison behind him, and that's Joseph Plager sitting fourth currently. Brian Knowles sitting fifth. Zachary Hockenmeyer sitting sixth. Clint Sneed seventh. James Nelson eighth. Doug Denice ninth. And Matthew Aylett in 77. He is already off of. Okay, so I'm not sure if he even joined the race and looking at it or thinking about it now. I don't think he did. Pretty even throughout all this. Luckily for them, they're not really trying to kill each other just yet. I expect that to probably change a little bit later for sure. See some drivers. It's like got a little bit antsy to the gas back there. Seeing kind of the truck kind of accelerated mid corner, so I think he's trying to get to it as much as he can. Might want to let it roll just a little bit longer. And now Groen looks like the 75 might have gotten loose from how wide he is, because you normally don't see somebody that far away from a vehicle next to them. So it looks like he actually 88 might have blew that corner there. He got really up the track. He's not gonna be able to put power down in the spot that he needs to. Yep, he's going to get crossed over by Doug Denice, actually. He's running a paint scheme, looks like that he made also. Kind of a three-car pack right here. It's Ellison, Newbiggin, and Plager. All these guys right here. That's second, third, and fourth. Kind of battling out for a position. I know that Groen actually likes to see this, as Groen is not in the pits. So let me get a SDK refresh. I don't know why it's showing me that. There we go. It's weird it was showing him in the pits. But quick fix there. About a second and a half lead. I think I saw his rear end step out there just a little bit. That'll be something they'll have to definitely watch. And I need to delete this. Oh, he's pretty calm so far. Looks like Groen's losing just a little bit, not a lot. I think these guys back here are just really going. 27 just stepped out a lot there on him. Nobody's getting super loose now with the trucks. It may not be that much of a problem. Really, the main reason I see that is because it's not high horsepower. These trucks really don't have that much compared to the Cup cars, and out there the Cup, your rear end would be stepping out every 5 seconds of your life. But it's starting to happen a little bit to some of these drivers. Every now and then we're seeing them get just a little bit looser than what they would probably like to be. So I don't know why when I go to do the gain, it wants to give me like 1,000 gain on that. little bit. I think I'm starting to see a little bit of sliding from these guys. Not a lot. Run right now is been pretty calm. I think they're kind of sorted themselves out. Denice looks like he's running actually some of the fastest laps right now. Not too horrible on time. Actually, I lied on that. He was actually about 3/10 off that lap. He might have burned him up just a little bit. Matthew, he has that damage on the right side of his truck, so that thing's not going to be wanting to turn at all. Pretty calm. I don't really see anybody making a lot of moves now. Groan's lead over New Biggins kind of stalled. I was about to say it stalled out, but now it's kind of grown just a little bit more. So it got smaller, then it got bigger. But he's just going to kind of slowly pick away at it. I have to see now. New Biggin doesn't have to worry about the 27 being all over him now. So. Yeah, it's 70. You see it right there, the 70 coming out of 2. That rear end stepped out on him, so I think that he's finally experiencing what it's like to be loose. Finally figured out, and he does not like that, and I would not blame him one bit either. There he goes loose. Actually, it's tight on him there. Not wanting to turn, but New Biggins now picking off some time, so I think he's finally found where he wants to start kind of turning it on. Michael Barone, he's finally said, I'm tired of you running away from me. Get over here. There it is. Oh, why it was not wanting to do this for me. Yeah, he's definitely turned it up just a little bit. He's barely faster than Douglas. I mean, he's not running stupid fast, but he's definitely running just a nick here and there. He's picking up some time. Doug, he's coming. He's shaving off. No, I think Doug just saved his tires enough, kept these guys behind him where they really couldn't do. Why is that going so high? Well, they couldn't really do much about what he was doing, so they kind of just slowly made him burn him up. Everybody else is pretty much just gone. Now, Clinton's actually going to catch the 75. 75's got some damage here, so driver's getting that right side damage, probably just getting a little bit too tight. That 75's going to try that outside. Having a car on your outside here at Dover is so annoying because you just can't put the power down like you need to, and that truck's wanting to kick out from you. As I will remove this. So, actually, I'll retract that statement there. I'll let him say that. I'll let him say stuff. I was gonna stop it there, but now I'm just gonna be like, okay, whatever. Is that logo rotating? I hope it is. I can't tell because it's such a long delay on rotations up in the corner. But it looks like we got Doug Nice is about to catch James. Oh, he did pass James Nelson. So James, he's evidently gotten in the wall at some point. Yeah, that thing is plowing tight. It is not turning. Oh gosh, this is gonna make him. Oh, actually, about touches the 88. Having to talk to somebody here really quick, but Doug Newbigin's gap is kind of now evened out. There we go, having to deal with this side. Why it went a little bit quiet there, but I think Doug, it's so slow that he's just kind of ticking away at Michael Grunt. It's every now and then, it's just ticking off ever so slightly. It's not a lot, it's not a little, but he's still gaining every now and then. As I've got somebody who wants me to join a Discord. Evidently, I will not have time for that. I have to wait for after this race. I actually have to do homework because I decided to do A Opens at Talladega. Could have done my homework, but who cares? Not a good idea for me. Can't believe I did that. That looks like everybody's pretty much stayed where they are. Fastest laps right now. Actually, Doug just turned for no, he's catching Michael Garone. I'm not sure how long fuel will go. What is this right here? Everyone's pretty calm. Pretty calm so far, but as I was having to talk to somebody else again, more time was ticked off of that lead from Michael Garone Jr. Newbigin's going to get him. Newbigin, I can't remember how many times has he repeated now. I know he's done this like so many times, and the bonus for repeating wins in each night is $50. So if he can do that, I'll make him $50 richer. Maybe he can spend it over at Team Watson Racing. Use code WATSPIN39 for 5% off your setup, and he can go use his money for that. Good plug me. As Brian Knoll is down pit road, this might be their fuel run possibly. I'm not completely sure. James Nelson's down pit road also. I'm sorry, I'm keep on having to look at this, and I'm the only one. Might have someone actually joining me later. Why is this going so loud? That might be joining me later. He'll actually be joining Ghost Racing Network. Maybe doing some races on his own. I'm a college kid, so way too much work for me. But that lead now evened out every now and then. I think that, yeah, he's 0.03 slower that lap was Newbigin. So looks like it's just kind of every now and then there's going to be a little bit more smooth. He's going to have to be a little bit more smoother. But again, he gains right there. Looks like he's actually getting in the corner pretty deep. I think I know what he's doing here. Let's actually go on board. I think he's running the line that I run here. Let's just see. I'm going to go on board with him real quick. Yep, there it is. Running the line that I run. Gets in there deep. Waits for the truck to wash up. Waits for it to want to rotate back down to this corner. gets back on the throttle and can get a huge run off. I had a feeling he was doing that, and my senses were right. So nice. I like it. What? That's not. Why is it not letting me load here? I'm trying to pull up. Okay, it did load there. Trying to pull up my stream on. That's why, because it is wanting to take off all my passwords from my laptop. So that's great. We had only 2 guys pit. That's Noel and James Nelson. Not sure. So that might have been a strategy call, maybe just because of the damage that they had. He's got, that thing's been scraped. Looks like he took a cheese grater to the side of it. It's been scraped so hard. Oh, Lord. Let's see. I don't know, because Doug, I think he's kind of toying with his food right now. What I mean by that is he has, gosh, why is that going so loud? I need to move this away. He's getting good laps every now and then. They're not drastic laps. He's like right there most of the time. Oh. Okay, that's why. That gain is up. Let me turn that gain down. Oh, that made that really quiet. So that should make it where I want it. Yeah, that's where I want it to be. I had messed with the gain earlier and I didn't realize that, so that's why it was wanting to spike over it. Hopefully, that didn't really kill anybody's eardrums. I didn't realize it until about halfway. I had to smack my head against the pod mic, but we got Newbig and he's got to Michael Grown now. He worked his way up here very slowly, but he's kind of picked his way through the field. Or not really picked his way through the field. I mean, he started second, so he's been up here the whole entire time. But looks like Noel will go past Plagger. Of course, that is not for position because of where he pitted. He has fresher tires already off the start of it. Yeah, I'm sorry if your eardrums are being murdered. I did not realize that because I had completely forgotten that I had changed with the gain on the little microphone box that I have. But Newbig, and oh, he's right there on him now. I'm not sure how much the draft will play. I know in these things are so draft reliant. It's just so weird. Oh, God. He's getting up there for sure. Oh, gosh. This is going to be weird. I don't know what Newbig is doing. I don't drive the trucks. So this is one thing that I struggle with is I don't know how these engines are going to work. Because I can't tell. Now, the reason I say that is because I can't tell based off their spoiler. Because with these, it's a dead giveaway with their spoiler. The higher the spoiler, they're probably running lower horsepower. The smaller spoiler, they're probably running, higher spoiler, less horsepower, more downforce. Lower spoiler, that means more horsepower, so the trucks want to slide around. Here, I think it's more horsepower. I'm not sure. I really can't tell. It's been so long since I've actually ran a truck race. I'm a next-gen junkie. I love those things with my whole life. Gets in there pretty. Gosh, I don't. Oh, we got Gabriel Ellison comes down pit road. Is his engine going? No, okay. I thought that was his engine there. Wait, is it gone? Did he just blow? Wait. I could have swore I thought he just blew up there. Wait, his engine is gone. What just happened to him? I think it. No, Is it gone? I can't tell if that's the dirt being kicked up from pit lane or not. But these guys, so Douglas Newbigin came down. Joseph Plagger also came down. Michael Roan Jr. stays out. Did Gabriel Ellison blow up? Okay, no, he didn't. I could have swore. I thought he just blew up there. No, okay, that's just the dirt on pit road. I could have swore he just blew up. Michael Groan Jr., he comes down pit road. I knew he'd eventually have to come in. Yes, that's the dirt. I really thought that they blew up. I really thought that they just blew up. Every single one of them did. That is actually about 10 below. I need to actually boost that a lot more than what I thought I did. Let's go up to 6 on that, so that'd be a little bit closer for you all. The reason that you might hear this, some of the sound kind of fluctuating is I've split the audio, and what that means by splitting the audio is I've separated the iRacing in Google Chrome, but Clinton Sneed comes down pit road, and Michael Groen Jr., he will be out and away, hopefully, here really soon. That leaves Doug Denice and Zachary Hockenmeyer to come down. He will need to eventually do that. See if he does not. He will come off pit road, so I'll see how, yep. Man, he's gone. There he's back. So, looks like, yeah, he pits. Stayed out as long as he could. He just wants that one-lap tire advantage. See how long Zachary Hockenmeyer stays out. This we'll see. Now, if I was one of these drivers, I'd probably be running it until my fuel is going to give out. Okay, I got that. Why are you telling me this? Okay, there we go. It will let me see it. Edward, if he comes back in here, just let him talk. I don't like it as 88 gets really loose going in there. But Doug Denice, he is, yeah, of course he came back down the road. But actually, Doug Newbigin, he will go to the lead, and now Groen actually lost two. Because of that, he stayed out only 2 laps later, but tires paid off. Newbigin, you see Matthew Ayla scooting by on the side there, so he's already there, efficient tires. Now the way they split it, I think that'll be their only pit stop. This is kind of like we're almost running a fixed race, pretty much. What I mean by that is they'll have one pit stop, and then it's whoever can save their tires, not burn them off. Zachary Hockenmeyer, he's off and away. It looks like he had one of the slowest pit stops. Slowest pit stop was actually Brian Knoll. Not sure why he took 20 seconds on pit road, but he did. Not what we want to see, but nothing can be done about that most of the time. The fastest pit stop was Justin Plagger, a 14:53. What was that? 14:53 on his pit stall time. Now down pit road, it was a 51:82, so it kind of balanced out. Newbigin was actually the fastest driver on pit road with a 51-second flat. That means from the start of pit entry to the exit of pit entry, including their pit stall time, getting tires and fuel in their car. So that's definitely good for him. Actually want to go down some. Actually, let me do this. Hold on. There we go. That's what I want it to be. It's not going to be too much or too little. See, everybody's decided to hug that bottom lane now. Everybody is running down there. Michael Groen, he's been running the fastest laps. 23 flat last lap. Now, one thing he needs to keep in mind is not burn him up. You got 41 laps, so Edward, just let him talk. He's fine here. I'm not against it, so wait. Okay, never mind. That was this is not gonna be good for. It's not gonna be good for Groen. Groen's gonna be like, you have to be kidding me. He's gonna get boxed in behind these guys, and that's one of the most infuriating things to have to deal with is getting around lap traffic. Of course, lap traffic actually does have a little bit better tires than these guys, so they'll be able to catch them. But Newbigin, I think what Newbigin's probably doing right now is he's realizing, I don't have to go super hard. I can run pretty easy most of the time, as he better not be in here waiting. Okay, good, he's not. I was about to say, please don't be in this chat. That's not for position. So we got a lot of drivers actually a lap down. Now, one thing I think that the reason they were a lap down is they waited to get tires, and I think the tire difference was just so big. Actually, what were they running before? They were running, I can't remember what their lap times were before. I think that the difference of them just staying out is just way too much. I figured that out. What is this? Okay, there we go. The 40's right on the bumper. That 27's like, please do not start doing this. Now, they've all been keeping up with Doug Newbiggin. Their times have not really fluctuated. They haven't really gone down or gone up. They've been staying pretty close to him, which they'll be want to do for pretty much the rest of the night, as not mean for that to show up on your screen. Sorry about that. So I have that set as my main screen. So, of course, it wants to pull up everything there. Nice. Hopefully that will not get in y'all's way. 27. That Grown is going to catch. I don't know. I think it's going to be between the 27 and the 29 this race. And these guys are really going at it. It's going to be pinched down on the bottom just a little bit. It's one thing. The exit of Dover, especially right there, you don't want to have a lot of wheel in that truck or anything that you're driving, because that thing will snap on you. Very, very slick in that area of the track, so they will have to be very cautious about it. Ron Knowles back down pit. He's done this twice now. Back down pit road. This is, he pit on lap 37, I believe. So he's back down. I don't know if he's having an issue with his truck just not driving the way he wants it to, or something else. But there's something else that has to be happening to him. I'm not sure. Wait, hold on. Okay, having to do some quick math here in my brain. My brain doesn't want to work half the time. I can't help it. Sorry. See, Garone, he actually ran about, actually he's a little bit slower that lap, just barely, but I don't know. This is going to be weird. This is, between these two drivers, I'm not sure who's going to get this. These kind of battles throughout the pack here. You see the 49 and the 70 going at it. 70 did pit, got fresh tires. I'm not sure why he's pitted as much as he has. James Nelson came on lap 37. That right in front of that car, or that truck, is destroyed. That thing is beat and battered, so he's probably going to have a very tough time even really getting that thing to turn for him. He's now actually, he just ran, I think Garon had a problem that lap. He ran a 24, about more than 3/10 slower than Newbiggin, but that might be tires also. Now, no, Newbiggin's probably like, please do not have a caution come out. Don't want to see that right now. I would not blame him. But now that we're a little bit later in the race, we will do 5 random drivers and do 2 laps around them on the track. So I'll get this set up here for them. We'll go cockpit, and I will just randomly select someone for 2 laps. We'll go on board with them. that was on board with some drivers there just around the track. Just random selection. Yeah, has some rear end damage. But Grown looks like he's running pretty much identical laps. I'm not sure what the gap is here. The gap has grown to almost 2 seconds inside of 20 to go. So I think this may be New Biggins' race to lose, though, for him. This man has kind of made this his stomping ground. He has not faced many challenges, if any. He's had his way. He's had his way in this league, and he's shown that he can be a true contender. Now, let me just make sure. I'm trying to clarify this. I believe they actually go to Talladega after this. Yep, they go to a race that anybody can win. It'll be 60 laps, so that'll be interesting. 9:30 start time. Wait, yes, it did. Okay, I was gonna say, I do so many leagues, I get some of their start times confused. Garone, he actually gains a good amount that time. I think New Biggin, he hasn't run into traffic. Could be saving his tires, or maybe Garone's decided, he's like, I'm going to turn this up. Let's go. Some drivers will kind of have that switch in their brain. They're like, let's stop saving. We got to go. I know I have a friend that does a lot of iRacing. He's incredibly good with iRacing. Sneed actually meant to say this earlier. I see he's from Bristol, or not Bristol, Virginia. Bristol, Tennessee. Bristol pretty much runs into Virginia and Tennessee. It's that big. Actually close from where he is from. Graduated from a high school on the Virginia side. Not really close to, well, somewhat close to Bristol. We didn't play them in sports really, but go down to Bristol pretty often. Not far from it at all. So cool to see somebody semi-local to me. I know there's actually one person local that does some iRacing. But I think right now the lead is kind of stabilized. I think this is probably New Biggins' race to lose. Now, caution were to come out, of course, that is going to change literally everything for everybody. It's like, if you had a plan, throw it out the window. Get it out. No one wants it here. Get it done. You're done. That's what racing's about. There's some things that you just can't, test the positive. What? Okay, so that does not make any sense, but of course, why would it not? I need to email one of my teachers here. I'll do it after the race, though. That is not correct one bit. Welcome to college, where stuff does... Oh, wait. Stuff does not want to work at all. I actually probably need to do what it says here. That's about dropping everything over me. See, New Biggin, though, looks like his lead. Yeah, his lead's actually, it's going to stabilize Grown. Every now and then, Garon's going to try the best that he can, but he's been a second and a half behind. I don't believe there's much he can do unless he had an absolute horrible corner where he just ripped down the wall with him. Hopefully, I did not just foresee his future by saying that, as broadcasters do have a tendency to do that. Wait, what? You need to look at this. Wait. 160. I'll just do it. Opposite order. Might as well. Yeah, it looks like everyone's pretty much stabilized for their spot that they have right now. Currently, I don't see anybody. We're losing or gaining. There's only really 5 people on the lead lap. See if I know Clinton's probably going to want to stay in the lead lap for his pride more than anything, and I would not blame him. He's got some heavy right side damage though to his truck. Actually go on board to see it again. See where it's popped up there, just a tad, but looks actually pretty worse on the tracks. He's gotten into the wall. That's something of Dover that isn't a very uncommon thing. They will really hit that wall pretty hard. What is that? Doug. He's first person to lap down, so of course if a caution were to come out, Lucky Dog is all to him. but grown. I think that he's kind of stuck to second. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Johnny, these races don't normally do very good in terms of viewership. It depends really what I stream. This one never does as good. There's other races that do a lot better than this one. That being said, there's no need for you to say that. So I'm not gonna ban you or do anything because I don't believe in that. But there's no need for you to go to that point. And there's, I got about 194 more subscribers than there are viewers, so you can laugh at that too, bud. With a shot, I don't even care. Keep in mind, I have no idea why you were kicked from the league, so I don't know if you want to. I don't know why you went on. I don't know why you ranted about that earlier, because I'm clueless on that. Clinton's probably not going to fight hard here. He might. No, he just wants to stay on the lead lap. He actually might be able to stay on it here. Now, I know New Big is probably like, you have to be kidding me, as they both get a little bit loose off the corner. But I'll let you say what you want to say. But 3 more laps around, pretty much. Yeah, everybody, where they are is where they're going to finish. Nobody's going to gain. Nobody's going to lose any more positions here. Pretty much everybody's evened out with what they have done. As I wish this would stop going to 720p on my desktop, on my little tablet here, but it wants to go terrible. I'm not sure. I don't think the 77 ever raced, or really ever gridded, because I never saw him on the track in qualifying. So I'm curious on why he was there. That white flag is in the air for Douglas Newbig, and now he's got 2 more times around. Sitting comfortable at a 2.5 second lead, actually a little bit over 2.5 seconds now, so he can pretty much coast from here if he wanted to. And 2, 3 going to come out of 4 here at Dover International Speedway. And for the first race of the night, it will be Douglas Newbigging who will take home the win here. Seeing wiggling his truck going across the line, kind of celebrating. Michael Groen Jr. will come second. Gabriel Ellison will come home third. Clinton Sneed fifth. Sorry, Joseph Plager fourth. Clinton Sneed fifth. Doug Denice sixth. Zachary Hockenmeyer seventh. James Nelson eighth. Brian Nolan ninth. Matthew Ayla 10th. And I'm not sure. I don't think the 77 ever raced. I really don't think he did. We'll watch him do his burnout here, though. Had his fun with his burnout there. I think he's gonna really stop for a photo. That's probably what he is doing, I'm being honest with you all. But I'll pull up the finishing results here. So we'll bring in the 3rd place driver, Gabriel Ellison. He's already in the booth. Actually, let me drag him in here. Hey Gabriel, this is Bryson's booth. Got a copy, man?
I got you.
Man, so you come home 3rd, but how did the race go for you in general, man?
Yeah, went okay. Anytime you bring it home clean in 3rd, can't complain too much. Yeah, I didn't get much practice in, and I really took me the whole first round to try to figure it out. I mean, really, I never did figure it out how to keep the right front under it. I mean, it was just a lot of tire wear, and I killed my tires both times. So I kind of started figuring out towards the end that you could diamond the corner, and I think that's what Doug was doing, but too little, too late. So Overall though, you take a P3.
Yeah, sometimes I've had that same thing happen. You can't figure out the track, and then towards the end of the race, you're like, oh, this is what they were doing. And you're like, well, it's about 20 laps left. And
Yeah,
you're like, well, I should have been doing that
yeah.
about the whole race.
On lap 98 of 100, I ran that diamond line, and it felt really good. I was like, well, I'm 7 seconds behind the leader with 2 laps to go, so a little late, but
I guess you're like, yeah, I guess I'll keep that in my memory bank for the next time I come back here.
There you
That's
go.
always one thing. That's one thing that's so annoying when you race. You find out something too little, too late, man. But you come home third, so definitely not a bad finish for you, Mom. How do you feel about your chances about Talladega? Knowing that's pretty much a toss-up track for anybody.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty confident on super speedways. As far as ability to maneuver the car, generate runs, and make passes and all that. But end of the day, you're at the mercy of the rest of the field. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Daytona's or not Daytona. Talladega's a toss-up. Anybody, you can go from
Well,
leading
same
to being
difference.
the happiest person. Yeah, you can go from being the happiest person in the world to being in the fence within about 2 seconds. I've had that
Oh yeah.
experience so many times. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, man. As always, use Shout Roasted Gems Coffee. Best coffee. Check them out. Use code LuckyDucks for I think 10%, 15%, something like that. RS Button Boxes, Shady Designs, and huge thanks to Sim Racer Hub and Ghost Racing Network.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good third place finish. Hopefully, I'll see you in victory lane next time, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was Gabriel Ellison, the third place driver. So we'll bring in the second place driver and Michael Garone Jr. as I will wait for him to get. Well, actually, I need to call for. Actually, I need to get him here. Michael. Can you get in? Oh, I need to tell him to get in. Oh, that's locked. Oh, that's not good. Let me get him in here. I know New Vegan's probably sitting there. He's like, yeah, I just want to race. I'm that good. I gotta wait for some of these drivers to weigh in here. I'll give him about 2 minutes, and I'll give him 2 minutes, and I will pretty much just drag, and then I'll have to skip over him, of course. I'll give him till 8:52. Where is he at? He is wait. Oh, there he is. Okay, there he is. So he's in the booth. He needs to stop serving people. So we'll bring in the second place driver of Michael Garone Jr. Hey, Michael, this is Bryson Booth. You got a copy, man? I believe it's muted him again. Yes, it has. Hey, you got a copy? I believe it switches over to push to talk, so you might have to look at that in your Discord settings again.
Yeah, I got to switch it over every week. I got you.
Yeah, I don't know why when people get in here, it wants to go to that, man. But you come home second. How did the race go for you from the drop the green flag to the checkered?
It went real good the first 52 laps. I kind of set off too far, I think. Burned it up a little bit, let Dougie get back to me. And I knew, like, I was trying to plan on pitting before him just to get that lap advantage. But it's so hard when you're the lead truck because they're just going to react to you anyway. So, yeah, he put that lap earlier, and that undercut is strong here. So I burned it up trying to get back to him, and kind of similar to all these races I've lost, just rode around the last couple laps because I burned up the right front.
Yeah, Dover's definitely a track that's a little bit hard and really hard on tires. But like you said, once the leader comes down, they'll kind of do the opposite sometimes. It's like the floodgates open, so it's really who's going to stay out the longest. And it just sometimes it works for some people, sometimes it doesn't. But definitely not a bad race for you coming home second. How do you feel about your chances at Talladega, knowing that's pretty much a toss-up track for anybody to win?
I mean, anybody can win it, right? Still got a chance if you come off turn 4 going straight. So we'll see. Should be a good time. I think it's been a while since we've run. I mean, we ran the new Atlanta, so we did some real drafting there. But this is kind of back to regular draft style race, so I'm looking forward to it.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Sim Racer Hub. They help put this thing on, and you guys at Ghost Racing Network. It's always a good time racing on Tuesday nights.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good second place finish. Hopefully, I'll see you in victory lane next time I talk to you, man. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
That was Michael Garone Jr. Second place driver. So we'll bring in the race winner and Douglas Newbiggin. Hey, Doug, this is Bryson in the booth. Got a copy, man? Oh, there he is.
Oh, hello.
Hey, man, so you take home the victory tonight. Now, how did your truck handle the whole night? And was there anything that you really think that you had to do special, or is it pretty much just go out there and just drive the track?
Well, I mean, personally, I don't think I'm really. Yeah, this is one of the tracks where I'm horrible at saving tires at, and I know I am because, like, this is one of the only tracks I've ever gotten to like 0% a tire in a full fuel run. So I was thinking of different ways to just run the car differently to not have that happen, just save the car in general for a long run. So I mean, I was fast at the start in practice, qualifying, and just kind of backed it down for the first couple laps and started making my way back up to Michael. Yeah, I mean, the line too probably helped a little bit. I was kind of running a little bit unique of a line compared to most other people, so I definitely think that really contributed.
Yeah, running some different lines. I think you're actually. I went on board with you for a little bit, and the way you're running it, that's pretty much the exact same way I run it, and that line always seems to work. Just kind of waiting for it to really set, and then really bite, and then you can really put the power down. That's what it seems like you were able to do to perfection. Some guys were burning them off, and then not. I think one really big difference was that pit. When you all came down pit road the first time, I think you kind of pitted a little bit earlier. Let me actually check here. Yeah, you pitted one lap earlier than Garone, and that got you a huge jump. So you were pretty much you could set sail from there. He only had one lap less better tires than him, so I think that pretty much cemented his destiny at that point. Because once you got the lead, I knew you were not going to give that up at all.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was kind of funny. I was racing, Michael there. I kept getting on him at the 10th of the lap. Basically, I was trying to set up a pass, and we're kind of dealing with a lap car a little bit. And my plan was to pit like right up lap 50, lap 51, just to, split it even. And I wasn't even paying attention. And then I look at my thing, and I see Gabe the lap before he went to pit road. And I saw that little gray name. I was like, oh, crap. I didn't see Gabe's name on there. So I realized he pitted and looked down a little further, and I saw a lap counter at lap 51. I was like, all right. I literally called out pitting last second going through the ally sign. So I practiced pit road a little bit before. It seemed to work decently, the aggression. I mean, I got ahead of Gabe by a little bit, which was huge, even though I pit a lap before. And yeah, though, that line, though, it's like I was just driving it like a modified or like a dirt modified, just waiting for that thing to freaking set and then just take off whenever it did.
Yeah, that seems like that's a line that will work at a lot of tracks. I used to actually, that's one that I run at some of these tracks like these, and it's definitely harder to run. Some guys are like, I'm just going to run, the pretty generic line. Then in our race, you can find these lines. People are like, how are you running that? And I'm like, I have no idea, but it's working. And definitely you made what you ran work. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, Lucky Duck Motorsports, obviously. Team is great. Everyone's great. Brian, Doug, the other Doug, Doug Denise to be exact. And then John, Brandon couldn't make it tonight, and all those guys. Roasted Gems Coffee, let me tell you, best coffee in the world. They're powering the machine, and they'll power you too. That's a new line. I'm saving that one. But 15% off. Code of Lucky Ducks. One word. Look out. RS button boxes. JC Concepts. If you need RC stuff, go there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And you guys, Ghost Racing Network, putting on the broadcast for tonight of the first race. Going to be going to the second race, so just as good broadcasting as always. And everyone who puts this Sim Racer Up challenge on.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good luck in the next race.
Yeah, thank you very much. The only bad thing is that you can't really. There's only certain lines you can run at Talladega, so my plan.
Oh yeah, yeah. I call so many races on really Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is one of my Super Speedway races are, and it's pretty much it's the middle line that works. That bottom line does not do crap, but we'll see a lot of guys pretty much running a big train and wherever they are, so it'll definitely be interesting. But I'll let you go, man. Hopefully, I'll see you in victory lane.
Yep. See you in victory lane or for an interview of some sort. I want my $50 tonight, so I'm gonna get it again. That's the plan.
All right, man. Good luck trying to get that. As that was Douglas Newbigin, the race winner. So I'll go over the finishing order here. Douglas Newbigin first, Michael Groen Jr. second, Gabriel Ellison third, Joseph Plager fourth, Clinton Sneed fifth, Doug Denice sixth, Zachary Hockemeyer seventh, eighth is James Nelson, ninth Brian Knoll, 10th Matthew Ayla, and 11th John Peely. He never joined, so I'm not sure where he went. But that was race 1 of tonight, and we will be back at Talladega. I would roll some ads but I'm just actually going to let you all go pretty quickly, but hopefully I will see you all over there in that race.